Hello, everybody. Hello, Jan.
Hello, Josh.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my goodness, folks. It has been an incredible few days. How are you feeling? Enthusiasm, tired, brains a little bit overloaded, a little bit of brain melt. That's all natural to feel right now. How are you feeling, Jan?
Yeah, also a bit exhausted. Also exhausted by the stairs. They really killed me in the last 2 days.
Oh, I'm feeling that. Yeah.
When someone says to you, there is something in lab 4, can you check for that? But yeah, I just had a talk about reviewing the last 3 years, or actually the last 4 years. So when I was in 22 sitting on the beach of Thailand, watching the program of FOSDEM and seeing, wow, there's a whole day of Matrix content. This is awesome. So maybe we should make a conference of Matrix. Maybe there is even more of it. And I just recognized, okay, there were like 3 days on 3 tracks talking people all the time about Matrix and have not covered everything, so it's just awesome. It's
incredible. We know we need a bigger venue next time, and we know we need more tracks because there's just not enough room to fit everything in. Truly overwhelmed and bowled over by the experience.
There's also something I thought about this closing session to actually get your feedback and what your feelings, and maybe some nice pictures or something like that, from you, and then we thought, okay, how could we do that? And then there was the idea to do a guest book, and everybody can print right in or something. Then we talked a bit about it, and then I asked Anoa for some assistance. So Anoa, I think you created a room for us where only the people which are in that room can join now and just put in your feedback or your ideas or wishes or nice photos or thank yous or whatever in there. And by the end of the end of the closing session, we actually will close the room as well, so that it is then encapsulated and it will be the end result of, what is it? End result is not a good word here.
Inaugural.
The what?
Inaugural.
It'll memorialize the inaugural event, right?
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Jan, for that beautiful idea. I really think that's, we want to hear your experiences. We want to hear what you liked. We want to hear where we have to improve, and definitely have enjoyed seeing everybody's photos so far. So, if I may, we're not done yet, but I know a lot of people have left already. It is well into our weekend at this point. Day 0 was a fabulous bar camp. Thank you, Jan and company, for running that. Yesterday was an astonishingly packed day of the conference. And judging from attendance today, we might need to shift the conference by 1 day next time we do it so that we're not eating into weekends so much. We appreciate you sharing your weekend with us. There will be some of us here tomorrow as well. But before we get into that, I just can't run an event without sharing some facts and figures. And so I've just been pulling these together over the last few hours, so they might have shifted a bit since then. I know I have some better data tracking to do next time to make this even more interesting. I would love to know what our network figures are like, but I don't have those. But I do have some figures. First of all, I've been tracking the air quality in the rooms, and I have to say, no surprise, it's very difficult to ventilate a basement, especially when you have an extremely popular talk. I think that was the Invisible Crypto talk. So thank you for that, and yeah, we did all right. Checking YouTube a little earlier, we've had at least 500 hours of watch time, people following along. I don't have an exact count of viewers, but if you judge from the rooms and the conference space, a lot of people have been following along. And if anybody's still tuned in, hello and thank you for being with us. Across all 4 days, 236 people registered. Again, we're going to need a bigger venue next time, because our cap actually was 200 on each day. So, yeah, we need more space. There were 53 sessions from 52 speakers. There were that many more sessions that we were not even able to accept, but were still deserving of a space. Again, we gotta grow. There were 38 volunteers. I see a bunch of you here now wearing your fabulous t-shirts. Thank you. Endlessly grateful to the volunteer crew. And I don't have an exact count. We didn't ask people to share this with us through registration, but through conversation, I've been tracking and looking at the sessions. We've had at least a dozen different countries represented here. I mean, heck, the public sector track right there, you've got a ton of representation. But I know we also had other countries represented here. I think we have folks from Colombia, we had folks from Brazil. It just really goes to show how Matrix is growing and how this is a truly global movement that we're all a part of. We've had 5 fabulous sponsors, admittedly. I hope to do better next year. But I am so grateful to all of you for making this happen. I will name you all individually in a moment. Okay, well, technically it's been 3 fabulous days so far, but by the end of it, it'll be 4. 3 session rooms. Holy shit, excuse me. It's a lot of climbing. Yeah, feeling fit, and a little tired. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of people to thank, but I think this is a moment that Amandine wanted to step on stage. Actually, let me do this part first, and then I'll throw it to you. We could not do this event without our sponsors. This cost us upwards of 100,000 euros. All the final numbers haven't come in yet. We've run this at a loss, but it was so clearly worth it to do this. Also, it's not unusual to run at a loss in the first year. I know we won't next year. But we could not have done this without Element, our anchor sponsor. Thank you, Element. We could not have done this without Dinam, who made the live stream and recordings possible. Thank you, Dinam. And yeah, there might be a reason we'll see you in France next year. Thank you to Nordec, Famedly, and Connect2X for making sure that we were well fed and we had, again, actually decent coffee all day long. Oh, and bless our baristas. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Okay, I think it is time to briefly pass the mic while all of this wall of text hangs out there to acknowledge all of the people who have helped. You want to come on up?
Yeah, just wow. I really wanted, because Josh has been driving this with Tib and Jan and all the team, but it was amazing to see all this happening in the background, and just very impressive to see what the number of people that Matrix has brought together, see everyone from the community, people running it in production across so many countries coming together. So yeah, I wanted to say thank you everyone for coming. I wanted to say giant thank you to Josh and Jan and Tib and all the volunteers and all the organizing team who has done this, because who knew? Yes, it took us 10 years to get to that point and actually organize something. But yeah, it was great. So I wanted to say it myself. Matthew is with me, and for once it's me on the stage saying thank you and speaking. So thank you everyone for coming and doing this.
I really just want to underscore, there's too many people to name right now, But I really want to underscore that this would not have been possible also without just a fabulous collaboration between the Matrix.org Foundation and our friends at the Matrix Community Events team. Jan, your vision, Kim, your dedication, and just picking up all of the pieces and facilitating meetings when Tib and I were not able to. Nadine, your oversight on the design and making sure that it was coherent and colorful and delightful. And thank you also to Jordan at Element who donated design resources. I, for one, am very pleased to have some Matrix swag with a little bit of color in it. Reasonably within the brand guidelines, maybe stretching it a little. This has just been a phenomenal experience. And I know that I, for one, will be unpacking it for quite some time and just, this is the thing that though I am tired, though I am going to spend way too long on an airplane in a couple days' time going home and probably sleep for about a week, it is this experience with all of you that fills my cup. It is the experience of being inspired by seeing what everybody is accomplishing, all of the ways that we are relating to each other and learning how to work together. This is the spark, right? This is the reason we get together. And I know that there are hard times, and it is moments like this that I remember in those hard times that are like, yeah, this is why we do this. This matters. So.
I have to interrupt you.
Oh, please.
There was someone missing, right?
Well.
I tried to find him, but he was not there.
Can you check?
Do you know who's missing? Some of you know? Yeah, Yosh is missing, right? I know, maybe it was just a mistake, because, yeah, you drove that whole thing and brought us here, so thank you very much for making this possible, and thank you for your guidance and leadership. Thank you very much. Well done, Yosh.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't dream of a better way to cap off my first year as a managing director here. Thank you so much. It is an honor and a pleasure. And I will say, someone I will name in gratitude, thank you to Steven and the AV team for making sure that people were able to join us remotely. We're going to have recordings of all of these things. I don't know exactly what the timeline is, but it's not going to be too long. I cannot wait to share the videos so that we can well, first of all, help our speakers get those messages out, because it is so valuable to share that information, but also just to show people what they missed and why they should be here next year. We'll announce when they're all online. Thank you also to, I believe it's Jan, the photographer, who has just been doing an excellent job making us look great, and is truthfully, I don't know if you've noticed this, but on the conference website, we've borrowed some photos from other events. Thank you, Foss Backstage. Thank you, O'Reilly Fluent of 2014. We've got great photos for marketing materials next year. Thank you, Jan. We are going to be sharing those under a CC BY license as soon as we have done the editing. Yes. As soon as we've done the editing, we want to make sure that we are respecting the photo policy, the privacy policy. Okay. Just a few reminders. We're back here tomorrow. We're going to start at 10 a.m. Tomorrow's a day of community meetings and contributor sprints. I know the Spec Core team has a workshop on MSCs. I know we've got a governing board, not a formal governing board meeting, but a meeting of, gosh, I think there are 13 of us here. So I'm really looking forward to getting together with you all tomorrow. And I believe Alexi is also running a quotient workshop. So lots of good things happening tomorrow. And I think we're also hoping to squeeze in some conversations about trust and safety with whoever is still around. So we're not done yet, but we almost are. If you notice, we haven't published TWIM yet. Tib's been a little busy. Thank you, Tib. But that will be going out tomorrow, and so that means that there's still time to submit an entry or modify your entry if you want to incorporate something from this conference. And I sure hope that you do. we'll see you next year. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Before anybody gets up and leaves, can I ask the organizing team to get up here? Come here. I know. I didn't prepare you for this, but please get up here. Thank you. Just for your time. Yes! Woo! Thank you so much. These people made this possible. Oh my God. Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.
And it would be quite boring without these people, right? So thank you all for coming.
Thank you for being here.